are crimes, the way crimes is going now, because those people who are committing those crimes, the life they are living is they are living a hopeless life. So their life doesn't have any meaning, and that is why they go to this battle. If they die, they die. If they come back, they come back. So those kind of things behind Chi is stop, so that those recycled and the out of touch politicians, those everyday politicians, those good of nothing for politicians, we can show them the way out. They can find something else to do, so that the money that is meant for the Enugu people can judiciously be used. Good hospitals can do, and then. This is why in our agenda for Enugu State is 5-point agenda, which we tag hash hopes. This hope centered on healthcare, opportunity, prosperity, education, and security. So when we talk about healthcare, we want to provide free healthcare for every citizen of Enugu State and whoever that lives in this state, wherever you are or whoever you are. You need to have free healthcare. Why am I saying that? I say that because I live in a place where there is a free healthcare and it works. So people contribute to the healthcare, the richest contribute, people who work contribute, but it is free for everyone. The money I contribute in those healthcare, I don't get it, some other people get it. But it gives me hope that if I'm ill, or maybe if my kids or whoever is ill, there is something for you. If you call the ambulance, within 5 minutes, ambulance will come to attend to you, and they will not charge you, and nobody looks at you. Thank you. These are the kind of things that we say let us see how we can help our people, because this suffering is too much. Because the issue is that a lot of our people has been messed up a lot. They don't know any other way apart from what they are having now and the way they are having it. So we want to stop it. So what we want to do is that we try to give free healthcare for everyone, and they create more opportunities for the youth and everybody, the unemployed people, and then we go to prosperity. Prosperity is about spreading the wealth to make sure that everyone gets along, and that is why in part of our manifesto we are promising, if we win the election from 1st of June 2023, we start a minimum wage from 50,000. And it's not just about starting it at 50,000. 50,000 is just the starting point of our incremental stage, because our hope and the way we want is that within a 4 years period we can go to 100,000 minimum wage, but it's going to be incremental. You might be asking yourself, how are we going to do it? Is it just promise? It's not just promise, because we don't have cabals that we're going to be sharing money with. We don't have those criminals that we're going to be sharing money to. We don't have people that we have to be paying. We are not the part of people who they will blackmail, or they will say that we have spent 4 billion in buying our ticket. We have not spent 4 billion. You know, we are not the part of people who are spending maybe wasting Enugu State money in doing a billboard or whatever in every electric post in Enugu State. Those things are ill-gotten money. Some people are wasting, and I can tell you those things are good. It's a good strategy, but it wouldn't make you to vote for somebody who you don't want to vote, because somebody you already know. But because people belongs to cabal, they're gonna be telling them do this, and they're gonna be ripping off. When somebody spends maybe 20 billion or 30 billion in campaign, the person is gonna go there. They want to steal those money back. So you have to go and tell your friend, your father, your mother, your papa, your mama, your neighbor. You should start coming out from those people, and you show them way out. If they still want to steal the election the way they have been doing, that's gonna be our fate. But you're gonna try, and they push out, and you're gonna make sure that you have your own PVC. More than that, if you have PVC here, where PVC here? You see, that's edge of my own here as well. You know. So this is what we want to do in terms of minimum wage, in terms of spreading the prosperity, because when everybody prospers, the nation moves. You might think what we do is that when you have a private wealth can only help a few. The public wealth, will help as many as a lot of people, because that is money for the people. It is our common wealth, and we all have a stake, and we should partake in it. Let us maybe take this money out of the few privileged ones, the few produce, and they get it to the hands of the many, and we're going to move into education. Education, they say they are giving education in this thing. We want to give what is actually the real free education to to everybody, primary school and secondary school, and they'll be able to give grants and the loans and they support people who are in universities. So that our people can actually, the pains that the parents are suffering in terms of training their kids, training their loved ones into the school can actually maybe be alleviated, because there is quite a lot of high cost of things in the society, and the people are suffering and languishing in abject poverty. Because if you go to schools, there is no equipment. The lecturers, if you study, you still have to sort out lecturers. You still have to give them money through the back door. I am privileged, when I went to University of Nigeria, Enugu campus, I did not engage in sorting. It's quite a little bit less. But there were people who were sorting as well, but I did not engage in it. I did my best. There is one man that obviously was a mathematics teacher at that time. If you don't sort him, the highest you can get in his course is E, and that is the only E I got in my courses. Other courses were A and B, and maybe if I don't do well, I get C. Because I refused to give him money. So when we were able to put good health care, free for everybody, to make sure that if you are sick, you can go to hospital to have checkup. You can go there and they come out without somebody asking you pay this, pay that. When we sort that one out, we create opportunities for the teeming youth and for the unemployed as well, because it's not only the teeming youth that need employment, that need opportunities. There is a lot of people who are unemployed. There is a lot of people who are underemployed. There are people as well who are in Ogbodo or in a real market or in a old park. They need the retraining. They needed to be shown how to do things in a better way, and they will spread prosperity with good free education. With that, we will be able to arrest the menace of insecurity in Enugu state and around the world, because the major thing that is driving people into insecurity is poverty. It's poverty and the hopelessness. Because when you doesn't have hope of where your next meal is gonna come from, you try to go and steal somebody's thing, and you try to go and put yourself in danger. So this is what we're gonna be doing. And then if we look into our manifesto, obviously this is our part of our manifesto, which we printed out, and we have quite lots of hope. This is Shedrack Ejiofor, our deputy governorship candidate, who is from Soka Senatorial Zone. He's a very nice guy as well. He's on unavailable absence today. So in our manifesto, which because I said we are not giving the full details of the manifesto today, but obviously I will read out some things. We have our party's pillars, what our party, African Action Congress, believe in, and these are in three core main pillars: enhancing national security, promoting sustainability, growth, and enabling self-sufficient. This is for our party nationally. The agenda of the party is anchored on these three main pillars. They are referred to as spicy heat, which are security, power, infrastructure, corruption, public sector reform, economy and the jobs, restructuring, healthcare, education, agriculture, tourism and culture. But this is for our national. If our presidential candidate, who is Omoyoro Showore for today, if he wins the president, but it is up to you to know who you support and who you don't support. But in Enugu state here, our own agenda, what we want to do, where we want to center on water supply, because water supply is a very big issue. So we want to tackle water supply heads on, to be able to make sure that if you open your tap, if you open your shower, you can be able to have shower. When you go and they struggle and they walk, you should be able to come back and have water to be able to have a good shower bath or whatever you want to do. You can be able to cook. You can be able to even drink clean water. We want to tackle that, And the day we will do our full presentation of the manifesto, we'll be explaining it very well, but it is not today. Then after the water, we're going to be tackling education, which I have a little bit talking about. It's about learning, it's about school, it's about teaching, it's about gaining knowledge and getting more wisdom as well. So we're going to be able to do teachers training, provide for the library, provide for disability provisions for people who are less privileged or people who have disabilities. You know, there is ability in disabilities. That somebody has a disability does not mean the person cannot do things. So we'll be able to support them so that they can thrive in their own way. Then we'll be able to do the healthcare, which we talked about. And the fourth one is waste disposal and the management. If you live around this Enugu, you know that waste disposal has been a big issue. Even from the 1999, when the former governor, the first governor of PDP, they brought in a new system, but it was highly corrupt, so it did not see the light of the day. So when you move around, you know, you shouldn't be living with the beans and the refugees all around. We should be able to have an effective way of collecting those things, and the people get paid adequately. We're going to talk about agriculture, how we can improve agriculture, because if we don't improve agriculture, there is already hunger in the land. So we need to get more food from different places, from the people who are doing other than the rice, the worker rice. We need to do the cashew nuts production. We need to enhance the palm oil, and we'll be able to revamp some of those area industries that has quite gone away. So I hope you are taking notes, you know, so you can be able to ask us what you want to do. And we also want to improve technology, because we are now in a modern technology. The world is a global village. You can be here and connect with everybody. With the advancement of technology, almost everyone is having smartphone. If you don't have smartphone, at least you'll be able to call somebody. So we want to enhance those things. We want to use technology in terms of administration of the state, in the judiciary, in the legislature, in the executive, so that you can be able to see clearly what the government is doing. If we receive state allocations, you'll be able to go and Google and be able to understand how this money is being spent, how much healthcare is taken, how much agriculture sector is taken, how much public service is taken, how much the police is taken, how much the fire service is taken, how much whoever, the nurses, how this money is going to the teachers. You need to be seeing all those things because it is your money. If somebody who is the governor is basically a manager of the manager and the custodian of the people, so the people should be accountable to you, and if you don't like it, you know, you show the person the way out. So we introduce e-governance. So we're gonna do infrastructure. Obviously, infrastructure. We're gonna do mainly in this Enugu. We're gonna make sure we clear all the roads, all the bad roads in this Enugu, all the bad roads that has been from whether it is 1999 or since Sullivan Chima, he tried his own best. His best wasn't good enough, and he made a mistake in hijacking and putting somebody who did not keep the legacy, and they went from fire to frying pan, which is not a very good thing. So now, as we're in Independence Land, close to Government House, a lot of roads here are quite very bad. If you go to the roads in Umoji, it's very bad. If you go down that road to the other one, it's very bad. If you go to Ajaraus, there is no bad road. There is the other. If you go to Ifa Valley, there is no road. If you go to Ogbodo, if you go to Gariki, even if you go to the parks, the other day I went to the park in Gariki Motor Park. It was a menace, and it was quite very bad. And we're coming out of our road. There is too much odor. We try to navigate through Ajaraus. It's a no-go area. You basically be jumping inside there on the road and then be coming out, and you think why our people are dying without knowing what is happening. It's too much suffering. You see a lot of people who are riding keke or all those things. People are not happy. People are desperate. People are just basically fighting to meet from hand to mouth. You know, all those things need to be stopped. We need to say enough is enough. So we have to develop sports development in Enugu, also help sports veterans, people who have done very well in sports, who are also languishing. We see pictures of people who are suffering, who have tried to give Enugu people or people good international look. And now, because they are old or frail, they are not really maybe enjoying anything as well. They have nobody to look out for them. While the people who are past administrators, past governors, they get a lot of retirement benefit packages. Some of them are getting retirement benefit. Some of them are in Senate still getting double. Some of them are also studying a lot of, so there's quite a lot of things that is wrong. We will improve tourism because Enugu is quite a very nice and a very good environment. A lot of people come into Enugu to come and spend their money. The more they spend their money in Enugu, the more the economy of Enugu state grows. Our objective is obviously to enhance on this and be able to double the economy of Enugu state to grow. We are not the type that will promise you that we want to enhance, we want to grow Enugu to 30 billion. To 30 billion or 30 trillion within a 4 years period. Those things are hoax, it has no this thing, unless they are looking for more money that they're gonna steal. Doubling the economy, is quite something that you can actually maybe achievable. Because when you want to do a plan and when you want to set a goal, you must set a goal that is smart. The goal has to be specific, it has to be measurable, it has to be achievable, it has to be realistic, and it has to be time bound as well. So you'll be able to see how you can do it, not just maybe putting something that you don't know. Then we enhance security that we have already talked about. Then the environment, if you have a clean environment, people talk about climate change a lot these days. So we need to see how we can enhance the environment. People are having some erosional issues. Are having this bad road and causing a lot of things. We need to keep this environment clean so that we can be able to tackle even the malaria issues that is coming out from a bad environment and a lot of things that is happening. So these are the kind of things that we have in mind so that we can be able to create a good environment for everybody to live and enjoy. Energy is a very big issue. When we talk about energy, for some of you who doesn't understand, we are talking about electricity. Which is a continuous issue in this state and even in Nigeria. Many years people will come, and this is electricity that people ask you, give us electricity, give us light, we pay for it. Because it's actually maybe that you want to buy something, somebody is hoarding it. If you want to buy something now, you should be able to go and buy it, and you pay for it. Then if you can't pay for it, then if they take it, that's okay. But some people have the money, but they're not giving it to you. And you're gonna just be wondering, is this not suffering? Is this not this? Yeah? So these are the kind of things that we want to help. So that is what our main target of what we want to do. And if we narrow it down, now that I'm gonna stand up and say this one. I hope you guys are enjoying this, yeah? Yeah? So because at the end of the day, you cannot do politics without making promises. So sometimes people say politicians, they like to promise. There is no way you can do politics without a promise. Because you don't know me very well, I don't know you very well. I will try to talk to you and I will try to convince you that we are the better option. We are the Olaye Enugu for 2023. Why are we saying that? We're saying it. We're saying it and we can prove it. We can prove it because we are not recycled politicians. I have never been part of PDP, I've never been part of APC, I've never been part of whether it is Africa or whatever. I have never worked in Enugu government house, so I have not learned the bad way. I have learned the better way. So I'm not a brick here. Obviously, my age, in my years of life, I'm quite happy. I grew up partly in a remote village where there is no electricity, no pipe-borne water, no water, nothing. It's still impoverished at the moment. Things are getting better. I also lived in this Enugu, which is a middle city for a long time, and then now the other third part of my life, I live in advanced city, which looks like they have everything all, but don't believe them, they don't have everything all. There is a lot of things in the state as well that is better than them, because we have more happy people in Enugu, in Nigeria, more than wherever you are in Nigeria. And because our people also like to help each other. We live a communal life more of in this part of the world, we know each other, we do this one. While in advanced country, they live more of an individualistic life, me, and that is not very good. So, so this is what we say to you that we're gonna try to do to be able to move things forward. Yeah. Take it back.